I call people crackheads often. This time, it's even more true than what it's ever been. Biden administration is to fund programs to hand out crack pipes. Like, just imagine that as a headline real quick. Biden administration to fund programs to hand out crack pipes. Like, you want to talk about clown world and like this other dimension. Like, it sometimes really does feel that way, that we're in this kind of fucked up realm and I got lost in a different dimension. But nah, this is just where we're at. Let's read a little more into it before I go the angle that I want to kind of take with this. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services are reportedly seeking to give grants to programs that hand out crack pipes to drug addicts as part of a program to keep drug users safe. The idea is to limit infections among users. $30 million Biden. This is $30 million, by the way. A Biden administration grant program includes money for nonprofit groups to purchase safe smoking kits / supplies. To a report, and that was in the Washington Free Beacon. News of the pipe program came the day the Justice Department signaled that it might be willing to allow safe injection sites for people to use heroin and other drugs. First officially authorized safe injection sites opened in New York City in November. We talked about those. There were a lot of people that lived over there that were business owners that were not happy about it. Now, if I understand correctly, a lot of what they're kind of using to justify is like some equity. That's how they do everything. It's like, hey, this is disproportionately impacting some race, so we'll do some old stupid shit in the name of trying to, I guess, make crackhead, I don't know, safe crackheads. I don't know what other than just money laundering and being drug dealers, essentially, which is what historically the government's been anyway. That's the only thing that I could guess to try to make sense of this shit. But hey, guys, I said this on Blaze TV. You guys wanted roads, right? Anytime a guy like myself comes by and says, look, man, this is an institution that not only cannot be reformed, it is just rotten and is effectively being used to just destroy the people that live within it. And, you know, continuing to act as if definitely, and this is the federal government that we're talking about, should exist in the capacity that it does is just nonsensical. But I would argue even more nonsensical is the idea that you can reform it to something that's worth salvaging, which it shouldn't even be a thing. It's obsolete. The fact that there's people that can make a decision as such, you know, crackhead Californians and New York City folk can vote with the Congress folk then go vote for certain laws, or they've done, you know, voted for the president. The president is using his executive power to be able to institute some fucking dumb shit on behalf of 300 something million people. That is something that don't make sense. But hey, anytime a guy like myself says, I mean, it's $30 million. How about we just stop it all together? It always comes back to the bitch ass roads. And that's what you wanted. You wanted roads, and you got the roads still fucked up, by the way. And now you got crack pipes. Government's funded crack. I mean, they've been funding crackheads one way or another before. I mean, you don't need me to go down to the failure of the goddamn drug war. But now they're more direct in the fact that they're funding or encouraging this bad behavior. And this is what I've said before. I'm a guy that, of course, I'm a libertarian. So I don't want the state involved in policing what people do in their bedrooms as far as if they want to smoke a little crack, fine. But that's not what's happening right now. What they're doing is an overcorrection where, yeah, I'm a libertarian. I don't advise that you smoke crack. Okay? Smoking crack ain't good. Lay off that shit. There's mountains of other drugs that you shouldn't be fucking doing. Again, you shouldn't be criminalized for it, but I'm not going to encourage you. In fact, I will discourage you from doing it. Me discouraging you is one thing. Another is, I don't know, throwing you fucking in jail for smoking crack. So this is an overcorrection because they're trying to fund the crack usage. And the excuse is, well, it's about making it safe. They're doing crack. All you're doing is subsidizing bad behavior, which is what the government does best. You wanted roads, man. You wanted roads. I mean, We went through Rand Paul's waste report. These motherfuckers are funding everything from finding out lizards can walk on treadmills, fucking pigeons playing slot machines. No, this isn't a Family Guy cartoon fucking segment. No, that's literally where your taxpayer dollars are going. But you want my roads. It's all about my roads, man. And China, if we don't tax the fuck out of y'all, China will take over. Meanwhile, you're getting crack. And pigeons playing slot machines. If I can just be serious, just a minute to kind of sign everything off. I understand that a lot of you, whether it be through the public education system, I think that worked in that sense. Not worked as in it was a good thing, worked as what it was meant to accomplish. And that's turned a lot of y'all into fucking minions and defenders of the most evil, rotten institution. Turning y'all into little warriors. And that's what happened. Where now people act as, because they went so long without it, they've been told that it has to exist. They've been told that if it didn't exist, all these bad things would happen, which justifies all the bad shit that they do, essentially, or why it has to happen because, hey, necessary evil, right? I want you to come to terms with what you think the government is or what you feel like is their rightful duty, which is an oxymoron, and you are one too. Whatever you thought that was is not what's taking place here. It is just a criminal institution that has this perceived legitimacy and why they're able to operate and do criminal shit, lining up the pockets of their cronies. That, at minimum, we can address the state-to-state issue when we get there. But at minimum, you should be able to concede that there is no reason why Washington should be a fucking thing, and that it rules over effectively a geographical area that extends miles and miles and miles, having 300-something million plus people in it. That's just minimum what we have to concede. It is not the ever so protective thing that prevents so much bad things happening to you. No, that's what they convinced you of. You funding Biden crack pipe program, and you funding basically him authorizing, and you know he did birth a fucking expert, to be fair, in this fucking department. But you wanted roads. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, ericdjuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.